I bought a ring light, if you can't tell, and it has a slight buzz because it was cheap, so I hope you can't hear it. Hello and welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time. My name is Victoria and we're gonna have a chat today about where the heck I've been and what's next. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I said I was going to go on a short hiatus last summer, and that turned into like 6 to 8 months. I did post a few videos here and there, but I definitely wasn't doing anything consistently. And mostly that was because I just got so busy, and also I was kind of feeling burnt out with the whole YouTube thing. I have been making videos now for 5 years. I passed my 5-year YouTube anniversary in December. And I intended to make a whole reflecting on 5 years of YouTube video, and then that didn't happen and I got COVID and it was a time, and then I intended to start making videos again in January, and then I signed with a literary agent. So many good things. I mean, COVID was not a good thing. Like, so many things have been good, but it has kept me away from this, and I missed making videos. So I finally had a free weekend and I thought, time to jump back in. So I'm just gonna give you kind of a brief life update in this video if you're interested, and then I'll start making some regular content going forward. I don't think I'm gonna post like on a schedule because, as I'll tell you, I'm still very busy, but I'm gonna upload more. So some things that have been happening to me over the last few months. I went back to school again. I started taking some psychology classes to see if I have interest in becoming a counselor. I already have a master's degree in theology, so I thought I could just maybe apply to go straight into a master's in counseling, but you need certain prerequisites, and because I did my undergrad in history, I don't have those prerequisites. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of taking those prerequisites to see if I have an interest in this, and so far I'm enjoying it. So it's just kind of a part-time thing, but it was an added thing to my plate. My band, Strange Tides, we released our debut EP and started gigging with a full band, which was super exciting, but a lot more work in terms of rehearsals. So that pretty much took over my entire fall of last year, because we were prepping for the release and playing shows, and yeah, it was also super fun. So if you haven't heard any of my band's music, you can look up Reckless by Strange Tides. That's the name of our EP, and it basically tells a lot about my personal story, which I've mentioned on here before, but basically like growing up fundamentalist Christian and then realizing that I'm gay. When I was going through that, we were writing a lot of the songs for the EP, so that's a really strong theme on the EP. So if it's something you're interested in, I would give it a listen for sure. I also started a new job. Well, 2 new jobs, sort of. I started a new job in the fall of last year, and then I got switched departments in January. So it was a big learning curve from that perspective. I was used to having a very chill day job before that, and then I was kind of thrown into a very intense day job, which I am enjoying. I work at a university doing admin stuff. It was just another thing where suddenly like my working hours became a little bit more stressful, which meant I had less energy after work for various things. I also was sent so many ARCs in 2021, which was so fun, but then suddenly like reading also became a task where I had to put out reviews on like Goodreads and Instagram and stuff. So that took up time, and then I actively rewrote my novel. I think I've mentioned on here before. Actually, maybe I haven't. I think I was keeping it on the down low. In January of 2021, I received a revise and resubmit request from an agent for my Beowulf retelling. And if you don't know what that is, a revise and resubmit request is basically like the agent thinks that there's something there, but they don't think the book is strong enough to sign yet. So they give you some feedback and say if you're willing to work on those edits, they're willing to take a second look at your manuscript. So I spent most of 2021 rewriting my manuscript like from the ground up, because the edits I was given were like so on point, but also like to the heart of character motivation, which obviously impacts the plot. So it was a very big process. I think it took me like 6 to 8 months or something like that. And then I started querying it again in the fall. And the agent that gave me the revise and resubmit request told me just before Christmas that she wanted to sign me. So that's my biggest news. I signed with a literary agent. I'm gonna make a video going much more in depth about that process, but that was my biggest news. Basically, kind of where I've been at is I have my hand in so many things. I have my day job, I have my writing aspirations, I have my personal music, I have my bookish music, I have my band music. I also have this other account on TikTok called The Christian Humanist, where I make videos about theology and my experience being a gay Christian, and that grew massively. I started that in 2021 and now it has over 20,000 followers. I was invited to speak speak at a conference because of that in the fall as well, so I had to like basically write a mini lecture. All that to say, my hands have been all over in so many different things, and something had to give or else I was gonna burn out. And so I opted to stop posting on YouTube for a bit because I sort of sensed that that garners the least amount of interest, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of you here, I so appreciate the support, are mostly here for the bookish songs. There aren't that many people that actually watch my videos in terms of ratio to like views to subscribers. So I was like, I don't think people will really miss me if I disappear for like 6 months. Although at the time I thought it would be like 2 or 3 months. So YouTube took a back seat. But now I have a little bit of time and I missed it. So I want to get back into it again because I really do enjoy making videos. This is very rambly because I don't have any kind of plan for this, but yeah. Oh, my personal music. That's another thing I was going to talk about briefly. I've been making bookish songs obviously for 5 years on here. And I always write music about my own life. Like, that's always been something that I've done. But I'm not a very good producer, so like I never really wanted to put it out because it didn't sound how I wanted it to sound. But I ended up connecting with this producer last year, so I was able to work on some personal music. So I just put out a song called Picket Fence Girl, which is about my personal life. And so like that's been a huge growing thing too. I feel like bookish stuff I love to write, but it doesn't necessarily feel like my voice, right? I'm writing about a character, I'm trying to capture a different author's expression. So it's been cool to kind of actually put out my own stuff. Like, I think the last time I did that was 2018, and I just sort of produced it myself for fun. But that's something I've always loved because music is how I deal with my feelings. It's how I like process things, and I like sharing it because it makes me feel like I'm telling my own story in my own words. So yeah, that was another big development basically. Yeah, it's been a great time. It's just been like hands in so many things. Victoria was getting very overwhelmed and tired, and I still am. But yeah, I'm ready to come back, and I appreciate those of you that have stuck with me through this break and those of you watching this video. Bookish Songs Volume 3 will be dropping soon, and that'll just be like the songs I've self-produced over the last few years. And then we'll go from there. I want to start working more with real producers because I feel like it's time to like up the quality of my work, if that makes sense. Like, I've been doing it myself in my bedroom for so long, and I'm not dissatisfied with it. Like, I think that it's fine enough, but if you listen to my songs on a playlist with other professional artists, I think you can definitely tell a quality difference. Some people say they can't. I feel like you can. So that's sort of my goal for this next year, is to start working more with real producers so that my music will have a better quality. And then yeah, I'm waiting for edits from my agent because I have an agent, and then I can start editing my novel. Because of that, I think I'm gonna start making more writing videos on this channel because now I have an agent. I feel like maybe I'm a little more qualified, I don't know. So yeah, more writing videos, more bookish songs. This is so rambly, I'm so sorry. My personal music, I release on Spotify, still under Victoria Carbol, so you can find it no problem. I won't be posting any of it on this channel. I have a second channel called Victoria Carbol Official, where I will be posting all of my music. So the bookish songs will be here still because this is my book themed channel. And Victoria Carbol Official will include bookish songs as well because it's my music channel, but my autobiographical personal pop music will only be on Victoria Carbol Official. So all of that rambling aside, you can stay on Inquillery if you're here for my bookish content. There will be writing videos, book reviews, and bookish songs. And if you're interested in my music as well, you can jump over to Victoria Carbol Official, which will have my personal music and my bookish music. My final update is that I got my wisdom teeth out a week ago, and so my face hurts, and that's been a time. I guess also I'm blonde now. I don't know if I was blonde last time I filmed a video. Where have I been? I don't know. I feel like I've forgotten how to make a video. Like, my thoughts are all over the place. So I think that's it for this life update. Thank you for watching. Thank you for having patience with me while I took a bit of a break. Also, let me know what kind of content you guys want to see because things feel very open to me right now. It's been so long since I've posted. I sort of feel like I can start fresh in a lot of ways. And that's kind of where I'm at, you know? I spent 5 years making the same kind of stuff, and now I'm ready to grow, I guess, you know? I just turned 28, so I'm getting old. Time to just have a bit of change in my life. I don't know. I love you all. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.